Hey guys, here's a review on a little 9mm concealed carry option. This is the Kahr Arms E9 9mm semi-automatic, striker fired, blowback design, single stack 7-round magazine, plus one in the chamber to carry 8. It is the inexpensive version, I guess is the best way to put it, of the Kahr K9 series 9mm. The K9 series retailed $700 or greater. You could have picked one of these E9 cars up for a couple $100 less than that. Not because they're a cheap quality gun. There is no car made that is a cheap quality gun. Their attention to detail is amazing, and their machining is just amazing. You need to look at the inside of a slide on one of these Kahr pistols and you'll see what I'm talking about. They're just beautiful, beautiful weapons. But the difference in the price simply came down to the manufacturing process. I wouldn't call them shortcuts. What they did was they did some things different to cut down on the cost. First of all, the lettering on the side of the slide was stamped as opposed to rolled on, which gave it a little bit more of a crude look as opposed to the K9. The K9 has a stainless steel slide. This E9 has a carbon steel slide. The K9 has a dovetailed front sight. This E9 has a pinned in front sight, so you cannot change those out with a night sight. Like I said, the internals are all identical to the more expensive K9. The grip angle, the barrel length, 3.5, 3.6 inches, something like that, is the same. Dimensions, width, and length of the entire pistol is the same. The weight at 23.5 ounces is the same. The trigger group and housing is the same. Very minor differences between this one and the more expensive K9. Now, if someone were to ask me, what would you choose? Would you go ahead and just get the ever popular K9, pretty much their flagship 9mm, or would you go for the less expensive E9? Well, for me, I'm not really a collector, so to speak, of Kahr arms, but I like to shoot the guns that I own. So I would probably just opt for the less expensive E9, considering it's so similar to the K9. Of course, not saying that if I could get a great deal on a K9, I'd pick it up too, but I'd probably never let go of this E9, especially now that they're discontinued. Now, what you're looking at here is a little bit different than what most of us have seen. I know it's different than what you're going to see on YouTube. Can you see that forest green colored slide? This particular pistol was special ordered for the U.S. Forestry Service, which would explain why you have that, that forest green look on that slide. It is a factory finish and very well done, and I got this from a private collector, picked it up for a pretty fair price, and pretty happy to get it because it's a little bit unique. You don't see them with that green slide very often, and I wouldn't call it an OD green. It's more of a forest green for obvious reasons. Originally, the E9 came with plastic black grips. These have been put on by a previous owner, the rubber grips, which are standard on the K9. So I don't know if they're making this look a little bit more like the K9 by putting the grips on it. I don't know what the theory behind that was. But if you look at this from a distance, you could swear this was a K9. But of course it's not. Now, Kahr has come out with their Polymer Frame Cw9, which I also have and I like a lot. I carry this on occasion. Same trigger, same dimensions, same everything, same pinned in front sight as the E9, only it's a polymer frame, so it is quite a bit lighter. I mean, you're talking about probably 5 ounces lighter than the all-steel frame of the E9. Which one is better? Neither. They're both equally as nice. And they both shoot pretty much the same. The recoil, on the polymer frame really isn't that much more noticeable than it is on the all-steel frame. Kahr Arms pistols have always been very accurate if you can get your trigger control down just right with that smooth trigger that they have. If you can shoot without pulling left or right, Kahr Arms pistol will hit the target every single time. They're just amazingly accurate little guns and very well made. Kahr Arms Manufacturing Company is located in Massachusetts. Their headquarters are in New York. They were, like I mentioned earlier, they were getting into the gun business around 1994 when the high cap ban was put into effect by the U.S. government. So they started producing these single stack little concealed carry handguns. So they really went in business in 1995 and have been popular with concealed carry holders and police for backup pistols and things like that. They have bought out a couple of gun makers in the past in was it 89 or 9? No, it would have been 89. They went in business. 1999. They bought Auto Ordnance Company, which, as we all know, make the replica of the Thompson submachine gun, and they make some nice 1911s, and they make some nice weapons. In 2010, Kahr also bought Magnum Research, who markets the Desert Eagle brand pistols, and so they're prospering. They're buying other manufacturers. Their other series pistols are they have a P series like the PM9, PM40, PM45, which are a very subcompact version of this one. Your grip is quite a bit shorter on it, and your barrel is shorter. A very compact little gun, but otherwise looks similar to the K and this E series and even the CW series. A Kahr pistol is a Kahr pistol. I mean, you could pick it out of a crowd easily. And they're all reliable. They all feed just about any ammo you can throw at it, and rarely have any issues. Now, Kahr Arms used to give a limited lifetime warranty on their firearms. I believe they have stopped doing that. I believe they put a 5-year warranty now on their pistols. I believe they started that in 2004. I don't think that's because they don't believe in their product. I think it's just because the higher-ups sitting around thinking, we're going to stand behind our product really no matter what. We make such a good firearm anyway. We don't have to worry about these things breaking because they're that confident in their product, which really says something. See, what else is there to say about this pistol? Well, now the CW, the polymer frame here that I have, has traditional rifling. Your K9, which is this compared to, and this E9 has polygonal rifling, much like the Glocks. So lead bullets are not recommended. You can do reloads and shoot them in these Kahr pistols with polygonal rifling, but I would recommend you load your rounds with full metal jackets instead of lead rounds, because the leading will just clog up, and you don't want that mess. You could blow your gun up. Okay, don't ask me how I know that. All of the magazines fit. The K9 magazines fit in the E9. The E9 magazines fit in the CW9, which is really nice because the E9 only came with one magazine. But since I had the CW9 already, I had 3 magazines for it, so now I have 4 for both pistols, which is really nice. We've all seen the 9mm. It takes that 9x19 Luger. That's pretty much it, guys. Let's take it off the stand here, and I'll turn it around and show you the other side. Just a real neat little gun. It doesn't feel overly heavy. 23 ounces, I still don't consider that a real heavy gun. I would carry this in a minute and not be worried about the 23 ounces being too heavy. Now, if given the option, this being a lighter gun, I probably would carry this a little bit more often than the E9, but I can promise you, as sure as I'm sitting right here, I will carry this E9 at some time or the other, because I believe in the Kahr pistols that much. They are just that good a quality and just that reliable. Be looking for a comparison video a little bit more in depth with these two pistols in the future. I would like to get a range video of both of these together at the range at the same time. Let you observe the difference in the recoil, which is really not much, but let you see for yourself. And that's pretty much it. My take on the Kahr E9 from Kahr Arms. Get you some. If you can find it, get it. They don't make them anymore. We will talk to you later.